Hello, Kate and William. During this meeting, I would like to bring up some topics concerning our ethical codes. In doing this, I would like for us to keep in the back of our minds why we're in business. Why do we do what we do? Is it for profit? Is it just because to have a job? Why do we do what we do? Because we want to be intentional with our actions. We want to be intentional with our business and how we run things. The article brought up from Mr. Carr, I've read it and reviewed it. Some of the points he has are as follows. It is accepted and everyone is doing it. That's referring to bluffing. If you don't do it, somebody else will, and somebody else will get the success. Another thing is, if it's not unlawful, then why can't I do it? Another one is being ethical is just a front. Being a good businessman or businesswoman is just playing the game. Playing the business game, which the rules are set by the government. And lastly, telling half-truths or leaving out specific information that the customer should need. Why not do it, So, I believe he's wrong. And again, I go back to, why are we in business? Are we in business only for profit? Because if we are, he has a strong argument. However, if we're in the business to have a lasting impact on the community and the people who work for us, around us, and with us, to have an outstanding reputation, then he's wrong. In the Bible, in Proverbs 14:12, it says, there is a way that appears to be right, but in the end, it leads to death. Society gives us a way that it appears to be right, but in truth, it only leads to death. One of the points he makes is that everybody's doing it, and it is accepted in the business world. He used the game of poker for an example. Well, our business is not like everybody else's. We get to control the rules that we make. We get to control what we put into it, what our customers can get out of it. So why not do it the right way? Why not have integrity about it? Would you want to be known as a businessman who has integrity? Or would you like to be known as, well, he kind of cheated sometimes on this and that, but overall, he was an okay guy. I would definitely like to be known as, no matter what the circumstances were, whether it was positive or negative for me, I did the right thing. So, if you don't do it, somebody else will. Well, that also goes back to integrity. A great Bible verse for this is Luke 12:15, which states, then he said to them, watch out, be on guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist of abundance of possessions. So, what this means is, if you're doing something, for example, if a company gives you, if companies give their employees less money than what they're worth, but everybody else is doing it, are you going to do it too? No. You shouldn't, at least. This is fear creeping in. Think about it. Just because Wendy's has a chicken sandwich, does it mean all the customers from Chick-fil-A switch to Wendy's just because their sandwich is cheaper? Or is it because the product and the customer service is great? Both have the same product, but both do not share the same values of their business. On this point of, if it's not breaking the law, then cannot do it. A law has been set in place for businesses by the government. Even though it's legal, doesn't make it ethical. I don't know about you, but I would like to hold our businesses to a higher standard. There's nothing wrong with having high standards. Our standards can possibly be, if held right, the standards of which all businesses would look after. There are shortcomings in all businesses, but if you set a high standard, it always gives you a goal. As far as telling half the truth, I'll give you a quick story and you tell me how you feel about this. As far as our products go, would you like for a customer to only pay half of what the product costs and still be able to get our product? If our product costs $10 and we sold it to them for $7, we wouldn't be able to keep a profit. So telling half a truth is still a lie. Or put it this way, would you like your child's doctor to know what's going on with your kid? He could fix it by just prescribing one simple medication, but instead, we don't know what's wrong. We need to do more tests. What that does, it gets him more times for them to come in and for him to get money. But he already knew what it was. He could have just prescribed the medicine and fixed the problem. Now think about it if your child's life really depended on that. How would you feel if the doctor was telling you half a truth? Wouldn't you want to know? That's your own kid. So in the article, one of the subtopics were forget the golden rule, or the golden rule does not apply. Well, I disagree. The golden rule does apply. Even though we sell metal, our product is still being used to build buildings, which gives people jobs. Jobs are needed in order to keep food on the table for everyone. So our product and our customer base is only as strong as we make it. Why not have the best one? Set our standards high. And our standards happen to be of Christian values, and there's nothing wrong with that. Christian values are setting higher standards than society. Society wants us to do one thing, one way. Could be right, could be wrong. Most of the time, it's probably wrong. Sometimes it might not be as successful. However, setting high standards, having integrity, and being honest, to me, that's the only way to run a business. So when we talk about having ethical codes, there's nothing wrong with having them set on a Christian basis. Thank you.